the Bill and Frantz Show. I'm Bill.
I'm Frantz, so we got a hell of a good show for you today. Stay tuned because it will be crazy.
Welcome back to the Bill and Frantz Show. Frantz, tell me, what's on your mind?
Man, a lot of things going on. Got some great hot topics we were talking about. Hold on.
Some news
Okay,
items?
things are changing on the show. We're getting a new script right now. Things are
okay.
changing.
Okay,
All right. Thank you. Oh man, check this out. How you doing anyway, by the way?
I'm doing really well. It's St. Louis, so it's 95 degrees and humid.
Okay. A man murders his friend after he catches him molesting his daughter, his 4-year-old daughter. This happened in Texas. What do you think about that?
I think that's sad. Obviously molesting 4-year-old daughters isn't cool, but murder isn't cool either, so I don't know. It sounds bad all around.
Well, says the man who has no children.
Of course.
It's cool. But he deserved it. The details are he just beat him to death with his fist. He walked in, caught him, bow, 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 he just beat him to death.
Mm-hmm.
And me, but I'm crazy, they say. I agree with it. Because if I would have walked in on somebody doing that to my child, I would be in the headlines too.
So has he been tried, or is that yet to come?
Actually, the sheriffs do not want to file charges against him, but the prosecutor wants charges filed against him. But the sheriff department doesn't want to do it, and I understand.
So he'll probably get a pretty sympathetic jury.
Right?
If there is a jury.
If there is. I'm hoping no charges are filed because they need harsher consequences, period. Woo! That was deep, wasn't it?
That was deep. Great way to start the show.
Ain't no problem. Killing pedophiles is the thing we want to do.
What else is on your mind, Frantz?
Well, check this out. The next hot topic is Hollywood hot beach bodies. Stars. The stars. And they're saying, what is the secret to their success? How do these stars get these sexy bodies?
I have an idea.
What do you think?
Well, they have as much money and time as they need because they're stars, so they hire personal trainers who figure out their system, their particular body, and make a system just for them, and they devote their entire time to it because it's their career.
And on that note, Bill is 100% correct, though. Because regular Joe Schmoes like ourselves have to go to work. You know what I'm saying? I can't work out for 15 hours a day because I'm getting fit for a movie. Then when you see me, my body built and I'm sexy and everything with that big LL Cool J smile. You know I've been working on that body for about a year and it looks that good because I've been doing it for a movie. Russell Crowe looked good in Gladiator, but did you see him lately? Hey, point of fact, you guys got money and y'all have everything in the world that can keep you in shape.
Well, Russell Crowe in particular had to gain a lot of weight for Master and Commander so he could be more like that captain.
Yes.
That captain was chunky. So it's those guys that raise and lower their weights for their roles. That's a challenge unto itself. Especially the lowering.
Professionals, these guys are professionals. and it's cool because this is what you do for a role. But I'm just saying that what is the secret to their success? I am not Nostradamus and I know the answer to that. And so does Bill. Well, on that note, we'll be back.
This episode of the Bill and Frantz Show is not brought to you by Samuel Adams. Good.
Hey, welcome back to the Bill and Frantz Show.
What's up?
What's on your mind now, Frantz?
Well, man, they talk about waste. Spending taxpayers' money. But check this out. Lockheed was awarded $19 million of taxpayers' money to make their own F-22 Raptor jet plane safer.
Safer?
Safer.
How?
Well, according to some pilots, that the oxygen cuts off in mid-flight, and oxygen.
Oxygen schmoxygen.
Right. What are you complaining about? Do you really need oxygen? And they were awarded an extra $19 million to fix this plane. But the big thing is this: each plane was $420 million, and it was defective.
Mm-hmm.
And it was defective.
So this 19 is supposed to go over the whole fleet of those planes to fix each one?
Right.
I don't know. It's only $19 million. I don't know. Can you really spread that far enough?
But for $420 million, don't you think
We should have got it right the first time.
Thank you. They should have came out the assembly line. Great. Okay.
Well, when you're in cutting edge technology, sometimes, everything's everything's new. You gotta give them a little break. Nothing ever works perfectly.
Right.
And they didn't test it before they made a zillion copies of them.
Anyway, man, there's a funny video going around on YouTube called it's the Miami zombie attack prank. And this guy, he was scaring the hell out of people. People were running. People were gone. I was cracking up. It was funny. It was funny.
What do you
think about that? Well, I didn't see any police. But what do you think about that?
I think it's juvenile. And I wouldn't want it done to me, but I suppose it's amusing, when misfortune happens to other people. I'm sure that's really nice.
I'm sorry. I was cracking up. Those people were burning out. But at the end of the video, I think somebody figured out, because I think if my eyes are not deceiving me, I think the zombie took off running because they started chasing the zombie when they figured out he wasn't a real zombie. I was cracking up, man. I was cracking up. One lady just took off running and dropped her grocery bags. Food is expensive right now. You don't just drop food and roll, but she rolled out.
There's just too much zombies in the world today.
Zombies don't exist, y'all, for real, okay?
They don't.
We just want to let our audience know that, because, we don't know if you know that.
If one of us appears as a zombie, we're probably just wearing makeup and going, Ugh!
Now, our movie review, man.
All right, finally, we both of us independently went to see a movie that's actually out and current now.
Yes.
Prometheus.
Let's get Bill's opinion on the show right now.
Okay. I heard some murmurs that maybe some people didn't like it that much.
Right.
I liked it. I thought it was good. Matter of fact, I went to saying it started out at very good and settled back into a comfortable quite good. That's what I would say. The beginning I thought was really a well done, interestingly designed, and interesting ideas, opening for a science fiction movie, and then it settled back into the usual kind of people killing each other stuff, and then whatever. But which doesn't interest me as much as mood setting personally. Also, we were talking often about how 3D subtracts from the cinematic experience. I think in this case, Ridley Scott actually went out of his way to use the 3D wisely, and I thought that the 3D stuff was actually pretty well done and tasteful and actually interesting.
Well, Ridley Scott said it's not related to aliens.
Sure it isn't.
You sure?
No, it seemed totally related, but I didn't care.
Right, okay.
Every movie should stand on its own.
Okay, well check this out. I saw it in 2D, so 3D might have been better, but he said it's not about aliens, but it was
obvious.
It was obvious that it was about aliens, and And don't run away from the Aliens movie trilogy because it was a great set of movies. Of course, there were some that weren't as good as the others, but as all together as a package, it was a great set. Ridley, I'm just letting you know, man.
You know, I'm thinking maybe he didn't. He said it's not related to the previous movies. Maybe he explicitly didn't want it to be a prequel so that he wouldn't have to worry about inconsistencies.
Right, right.
And you know he didn't want to do that George Lucas thing where he ties everything together and it's still inconsistent. So he's probably just excusing himself from that criticism.
Okay, well, it's really, I'm letting you know right now, man, it's confusing. If you say, if you say that it's not about aliens and we see aliens, especially the little thing that come out at the end, you know,
right.
look like the other aliens. So you know. But overall, I like what you were saying. They didn't know who created human beings.
And someone says, such and such, I say this, blah, 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 blah. The other person says, but you don't know that. And the first person says, yes, but I choose to believe it.
Faith. Sounds like faith.
Could be.
Possibly. But we don't know. Because
but
the story...
There was also a scientist talking. It works that way, too.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it was a story with many different intricate parts. Mm-hmm. And I guess whatever you get out of it, you get out of it. But it's a good movie if you want to set it apart from aliens, but it still seems like it's connected to aliens anyway.
This reminds me, just today I finished Arthur C. Clarke's book, 2061 Odyssey 3, and he made the same statement. You know, this book is not connected, is not directly linear to the previous ones, 2001 and 2010, but for all intents and purposes, it is. So why did he say it wasn't? I think it's just, I think they do that just to give themselves a little breathing room in case there's an inconsistency. They're like, who cares it's inconsistency? It's its own thing.
Right.
So,
although it's connected. Don't ask me any more questions. I already told you that it's not about aliens.
Right. So it's the same thing. They're just saving their tuchuses.
Thank you for enjoying the show. We enjoyed you. Have a good day.